And yes, here we are. Espresso Sesh episode 98. Mr. DJ Vanka in the house. Welcome, Vanka. How's it going?
The mouse is in the house. The Belgian mouse is in the house.
Yes,
What's
yes.
up, people?
How's it going, Vanka?
Good, man. I'm tired. It's been a fucking crazy week, but I'm so glad I'm here because I have great memories from being a guest on your show like 3-4 years ago. And I said, you know what? I need to get back on the air with my Italian buddy. So I'm here.
You're here. Wow. Okay. Welcome here. It's been a tough week and it's only Tuesday, man. So
I know.
I don't know for the rest of the week. So it's a pleasure to have you here, Vanka. Let's say this.
I'm excited to be back.
You are eclectic DJ,
Yes,
like a
indeed.
music lover, music aficionado. You've been DJing in the city since a long time ago.
Well, yeah, I came from Belgium in 1990, so we're talking over 25 years ago, and I pretty much started DJing the first year I was here. As a matter of fact, I started volunteering at Calix Radio in Berkeley, so I got my radio training. And
You cut your teeth on the radio as well.
yeah, man, the
All right.
first year from Belgium, I was so green. I didn't know anybody here, just my dad was out here, and I was living in Berkeley before I moved to the city to go study at San Francisco State. And, I started volunteering at Berkeley, but I was also spinning at the legendary Berkeley Square. A legendary, mostly live club in Berkeley that ran for a long, long time. And I got involved there, like playing, DJing or playing records before the bands and when they took a break, and it was really exciting. I saw some amazing live acts back then. And again, that was my first year here, so they took me in, even though, they never heard of me before, obviously. But that was awesome, man, like Berkeley Square. And then I even started a little night, which was also called after my first radio show on Calix Radio, University of Berkeley, of course, UC Berkeley. It was called Stereo Freeze. I had this little old 45, soul funk record that I found, and the title just stood out to me. It says Stereo Freeze. All right, I'm going to call my radio show Stereo Freeze, and then call my first actual kind of club event like Stereo Freeze.
Okay, and that was back in the day. And now
We're talking 1990,
1990.
1991.
That was the 90s, the golden
Yeah.
of hip hop, or like when there was the World Cup in Italy in 1990.
Oh yeah.
And all that stuff.
Oh,
yes,
shit.
there was a long time ago.
A good year.
But it's good to have you back here in the mix in San Francisco.
For sure, man.
You're gonna present. You're working on a compilation of international bossanova.
Yeah, correct. I told you briefly on the phone before we agreed to set up this session, and I'm very excited about it. Of course, I'm a big Brazilian music aficionado, and as some of you may know, listeners, especially locally here in the Bay, ran a Brazilian, strictly Brazilian themed music party for about 4 or 5 years with some of my partners. And I'm no longer really working with them at the moment, but they're still doing their thing. They kind of involved into like playing a lot of Baile Funk at the moment, so they're doing a lot of Baile Funk parties. But back then we were playing everything from Brazilian bossa to jazz to house, Brazilian hip hop, anything Brazilian really. So I've been thinking about this compilation for a while because over the years I added a lot of really nice bossa tracks to my personal collection, and it's stuff that I don't really get to play in the club that much. But it will make for a really nice compilation CD, and I'm either gonna put it out myself or I might try and holler at somebody and see if they might be interested. Some label that is interested in or puts out like international flavors and stuff. So yeah, I mean the compilation is gonna feature bossa flavored tracks from you name it, Japan, France, Brazil, obviously. Probably some, American recordings too. Some soundtracky kind of stuff, like Lalo Schifrin. There's a lot of beautiful Italian bossa nova, my friend, as you know.
Yeah.
They were really good at it, and some of them, my favorite film composers are Italian. Of course, there's Ennio Morricone, but besides him, there's some really, really wonderful Italian music composers that, made music that was really funky and soulful, but it was for the movies and stuff.
Yeah, so you're gonna prepare this compilation, like gathering tracks.
Yeah, I'm in the process right now.
Okay.
So I don't know yet exactly which tracks are gonna end up on it, but I brought a few with me, and I put them on the CD that I already gave you. So
yeah, so let me know if I can play something for.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one?
You know what? I didn't make notes. I rushed over here. I barely made it on time, so I apologize. But
Oh good.
there's at least there's about 10 tracks on the CD. There's about 5 of them will be probably end up on the comp.
Okay,
Yeah.
so like, which one? Maybe the one is in the background right now.
Yeah, let's give it a listen. Yeah.
Yeah, what is this? What is this? Introduce the track, please, to our listener here. BFF.FM, best frequencies forever. Vanka,
Okay.
yo, what's the description of this? What song are we playing? It's number 2, the one that was in the background.
I'm not hearing it very well in my headphones.
No, it's not going because I was pausing it.
Ah, very good. Let me think for a second, because like I said, I just burned this literally before I headed over here, so let's see what we got. I know it's gonna be pretty.
Bésame, bésame mucho, como si fuera esta noche la última vez. Bésame, bésame mucho, que tengo miedo perderte después. Bésame,
Shout out to Betania listening from Brazil.
mucho, como si fuera esta noche la última vez. Bésame, bésame mucho, que tengo miedo perderte después. Quiero sentirte muy cerca, mirarme tus ojos, verte junto a mí. Piensa que tal vez mañana yo estaré lejos, muy lejos de ti. Bésame, bésame mucho, como si fuera esta noche la última vez. Bésame, bésame mucho, que tengo miedo perderte después.
Alright, so with some delicate notes. Bésame mucho. This we hit the Spanish language right now, but we're gonna have more, no?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. What you have next? What you got next?
All right, we're gonna switch it up a little. We'll get back to the bossas in a little bit. And right now, one of my favorite tracks and videos of the moment. You can find it easily on YouTube. Watch it, and we'll get it on camera too for you guys, listeners live. Lord Echo, the sweetest meditation, and this is the club radio mix edit.
Yeah, it's club. Lord Echo is from New Zealand, if I'm not wrong. All right.
Yes, man.
All right.
Here we go.
BFF.fm. DJ Vanka in the mix. Best frequencies forever. Espresso Sesh. All right. All right. Give a shout to the genie. shout out to Stefano. Yeah, Rogelio, yes.
PlayStation. My failed education was predicated on racial hatred. Now I transcend like faith while history books don't really say shit. Spit in space is sacred, so I introspect to spray it. Now you witnessing me praying, so don't question this, embrace it. Let's face it, all we're ever graced with is the present. People living scraping resin, try to talk to me about heaven, yapping about fire, don't make up for skills lacking. Cats are still slacking, even after karma smacked them. The question isn't if so-and-so got sold, cause that's some whack cosmos, a cultural black hole. The light shines, whether you see with fate or Carl Sagan's eyes. It's past time we woke up from this complacent paradise.
And this is like a like a motive that we know, Pastime Paradise with Youngblood brass band.
Right on. Yes, indeed.
Yes, indeed. So this was one of your selection. What you got something cute next? No?
Yeah, you know, I'm kind of in the awesome cover mode. So covers of really dope tracks. So we had, you know, Pastime Paradise just now, brass version. And now we're gonna listen to Les McCann, who does a really sweet version of Marvin Gaye's What's Going On.
And you're listening to Espresso Sesh, Best Frequencies Forever, San Francisco, California. Yes. DJ Vanka in the mix. What's going on? It's gonna start. And you're listening to Espresso Sesh, Best Frequencies Forever. It's December 12th. Alright, DJ Vanka in the house.
To bring some love in here today. Father, Father, we don't need to escalate. War is not the answer.
And with the soulful mood, Les McCann.
Les McCann,
Les McCann.
On piano and vocals.
Yes, this familiar tune, What's Going On? Let's go and jump to another continent. Now, what you got queued next?
Oh, I think, well, we're going into a Spanish-speaking country. Like right now, I gotta look it up, and because I want to tell the listeners, we're gonna hear a track from this dope gal, Ariana Puello, and it's a CD that I paid a lot of money for. It was an import, but it was worth it. So you'll see. Well, you're here.
Yes, and we're gonna play Si es la Negra, Ariana Puello. You're listening to BFF.FM, Best Frequencies Forever, Espresso Sesh, every Tuesday from 2 to 4. DJ Vanka in the mix today, and it's time to Si es la Negra, Ariana Puello.
Aha!
Esa negra
Mira la negra, ¿dónde va con ese cuadre? La reina del mambo domina las calles. Pobre de aquel que se le acerque y le ladre. Ay, mi madre, menudo desmadre. ¿Que quién es ella? Preguntan por ahí. Cuentan la leyenda de aquel que no pudo resistir su encanto. Por la acera camina, chicha por delante, chicha por detrás, marcando el paso al ritmo de la vida. Sus ojos negros ni un detalle descuidan. Sabe que en la jungla no se puede despistar. Se puede hablar pero nunca confía. Clara como el agua, le gustan las cosas. Con la mira pa'lante siempre orgullosa. A veces tranqui, a veces peligrosa. Pica como una abeja, vuela como una mariposa. Así es la negra.
Esa negra.
La negra tiene tumbao, tumbao. Y no camina de lado, de lado. La negra tiene tumbao, tumbao.
Mírala por donde va. Esa negra.
La negra tiene tumbao, tumbao. Y no camina de lado, de lado. La negra tiene tumbao, tumbao.
Mírala por donde va. Esa negra.
No soy morena, soy negra, apréndetelo, no te equivoques conmigo. Recuérdalo, oye racista, ignorante, asúmelo. Vas a tener que aguantarme. Si vuelvo a nacer, quiero ser lo que ahora soy. De la misma raza, mismo sexo y condición. Saber resolver siempre la situación. Poner los pies en la tierra, saber pedir perdón. Aprovechar la ocasión, pensar en la pasta sin exageración. Pasar los días viajando con mi gente. Que la rutina se convierta en algo diferente. Y es que la salud está en la mente. Por eso estoy bien, por eso soy fuerte. Si quieres algo de mí, ven a hablarme. Si quieres algo de mí, ven a verme. La negra tiene tumbao, tumbao. Y no camina de lado, de lado. La negra tiene tumbao, tumbao.
Mírala por donde va. Esa negra.
La negra tiene tumbao, tumbao. Y no camina de lado, de lado. La negra tiene tumbao, tumbao.
Mírala por donde va. Esa negra.
A mí me gustan las cosas bien hechas. Debo ser letal como una flecha. Porque el enemigo siempre te acecha. No van a robarme toda mi cosecha. La negra siembra para luego recoger. Si tus semillas no germinan, prueba otra vez. Que tú a lo tuyo y yo a lo mío. De esa manera evitaremos lío. Si quieres algo de mí, ven a hablarme. Si quieres algo de mí, ven a verme. A veces tranqui, a veces peligrosa. Pica como una abeja, vuela como una mariposa. Así es la negra.
Esa negra.
La negra tiene tumbao, tumbao. Y no camina de lado, de lado. La negra tiene tumbao, tumbao.
Mírala por donde va. Esa negra.
La negra tiene tumbao, tumbao. Y no camina de lado, de lado. La negra tiene tumbao, tumbao.
Mírala por donde va. Esa negra.
Ahí viene la negra, venga y échate ya pa' un lado. No ves que esta negra llega y domina el tumbao. Ahí viene la negra, venga y échate ya pa' un lado. No ves que esta negra llega y domina el tumbao.
Oh yeah. And we got next.
Con esa
Station. And the system. BTI. Love them. Because we love them.
Them a call us pirates. Them a call us illegal broadcasters. Just because we play what the people want.
Analyze. So them a call us pirates. Them a call us illegal broadcasters. BTI try stop us, but they can't.
One station it gonna run England, two station it gonna run England, three station it gonna praise the nation. Everybody want me listen to the PlayStation. Advertiser Steve Joe and make you dance all around. They might take the equipment and I put it in a van. If them broke down one, we make 5 more strong.
Down in England, we've got lots of radio stations playing the people music night and day. Yeah.
Reggae, calypso, hip hop or disco. The latest sound today is what we play.
On and on, off and on and off and on.
Shout out to Marco, yo.
You see, one station it gonna run England, two station it gonna run England, three station it gonna run the nation. That's why everybody listen to the free station to advertise a dance and run musicians. If a music you want to get them new brand, action station me say for everyone. If them broke down one, we build 5 more strong.
They're passing laws, they're planning legislation, trying their best to keep the music down.
No, 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 no.
DTI, why don't you leave us alone? We only play the music others won't. Them a call us pirates, them a call us illegal broadcasters, just because we play what the people want.
Analyze.
Them a call us pirates. Them a call us illegal broadcasters. DTI try stop us, but they can't.
You see, one sound coulda never run England, two sound coulda never run England, three sound coulda never run England. Everybody want to listen to them station. If them broke down one, we build 5 more strong. If them broke down two, we build 10 more strong. Advertise a stage show and make you dance all around. Me say cock for your ears and to the pay station. If you want to hear a tune, that is
All alone, all alone, alone. Hey, hey, hey.
Them a call us pirates. Them a call us illegal broadcasters.
All right. And so from some rhythm we go to another continent, no? You
Yeah.
got something laying out next?
I forget what I gave you, dude, so let's hear it.
Yes, here. Yeah, I know what you gave me.
Okay.
Check it out. DJ Vanka in the mix today.
Yeah, we got Miriam Makeba with Chica de Silva.
Yes.
So, African artist, but covering a really beautiful Brazilian tune, and her version is hella sick. You'll hear it right now.
Check it out. BFF.fm.
Yeah.
Chica da Silva, a negra, de escrava amante, mulher, do fidalgo tratador, João Fernandes, ai, ai, ai. Chica da Silva, a negra, Chica da Silva, a morava com a sua corte, cercada de belas mucamas, num castelo na Chácara da Praia. Tinha arquitetura sólida requintada, onde tinha seu um lago artificial, uma luxuosa galera. O seu amor, João Fernandes, o tratador, mandou fazer, separa ela, ai, ai, ai. Chicara, Silva. Chicara, Silva, Chicara, Silva, Chicara,
Chuacu, joias, roupas exóticas das Índias, Lisboa e Paris. A negra ela obrigada a ser recebida como uma grande senhora da corte. O Luís da corte. O Luís da corte. O
And there was Miriam Makeba. She passed away like last year or a few years ago. Great vocals, great voice. Nice version of this Chicada Silva. What you got next, Mr. Vanka?
Very special version of one of my favorite reggae tunes ever. It's called Fade Away. And this is an acoustic version by Della Manley.
All right.
Fade away. He who checks for only wealth and not for his physical health shall fade away. Fade away. Those some believe in diamonds and pearls and feel like they're on top of the world, they shall fade away. Fade away. The rich are getting richer every day, and the little that the poor man has, it shall be taken away. Do you hear what I say? Hear what I say? One who worships silver and gold shall surely, surely, surely lose his own soul and fade away. One who's always acting smart, forgetting to carry love in his heart, shall fade away. God is here and there and everywhere, and He knows when you play the game unfair. So people beware, or else you fade away. Beware, beware now. You gotta fade, gotta fade, gotta fade, gotta fade. Fade away. You gotta fade, gotta fade, gotta fade, gotta fade, gotta fade. Fade away. The rich are getting richer every day, and the little that the poor man has, it shall be taken away. Do you hear what I say? Hear what I say? One who worships silver and gold shall surely, surely, surely lose his own soul and fade away. One who's always acting smart and don't carry no dog in his heart shall fade away. God is here and there and everywhere, and He knows when you play the game unfair. So people beware, or else you fade away. Yeah. Beware, beware, or else you fade away, or else you fade away. You gotta fade, gotta fade, gotta fade, gotta fade, gotta fade. Fade away. You gotta fade, gotta fade, gotta fade.
And let's fade away, and play this track that is going back on the bossanova
Yeah, this track
territory.
is probably going to be featured on the upcoming compilation on Stellar Tracks Records.
In the meanwhile, stay tuned with DJ Vanka updates. He goes, you can find him at Stellar Tracks with the X Stellar Tracks.
Correct.
Or in the social media, you can find it's Vanka Stellar Tracks. So if you want to stay updated about what he does, this compilation is gonna put it out. Check him out, Stellar Tracks. And let's play this song. Yeah, it probably is gonna be featured. We don't give any details about this song.
Okay,
Let's
okay.
see,
Let's
yeah,
keep it on
like
download. You're gonna pick
a
up the CD. It'll be ready. It'll be out before the end of the year. So around Christmas time, if you wanna give your friends a nice gift. It's not gonna be expensive. It's gonna be $5 or $10, whatever. And then I'll have them too. Probably at the market, if I get it ready this Saturday, the Undiscovered SF. It's a free event. Saturday afternoon, I'll be playing from 12 to 2. So come check me out. No excuses not to come. It'll be nice weather. Free event at the Old Mint, which is Mission around 4th and 5th. Right here in the Soma, the Filipino district, also known. Soma is also not just condos and fucking techies. It's also a rich history of the Filipino peoples.
Okay. So this is going to be this Saturday or Sunday?
This Saturday.
Saturday.
12 to 2 on the first DJ.
All right, DJ Vanka. Thank you for the selection. Let's stay tuned because Mr. Kevin Dickerson just got in the building and it's going to be, the second hour is going to be completely different. It's, this is the beauty of Espresso Sesh. We have an eclectic selection and featuring live music, DJs, musician, artists, and let's let the music speak for itself, and let's play the last song. There you go, Espresso Sesh. And thank you, DJ Vanka, for being here, man. Thank you so much.
Whoa,
thank
it's my
you
pleasure
so much.
being here too.
All right. And thank you, DJ Vanka, for your selection. And
Yeah, man.
thank you so much. We have a second hour of the show. We're gonna shift completely in the mood. We have a live performer, singer-songwriter Kevin Dickerson, and actually let's start playing one of his songs from the latest album called Everyone Is Okay. Kevin Dickerson, Trisha, please come on. We're gonna have the man himself live, Espresso Sesh.
You don't call me ever on the phone. Am I supposed to listen to Thin Lizzy and get high on my own? I went by the restaurant. Becky said you don't work there anymore. She said one guy too many made a pass at you, and you walked out the door. You dropped your apron in the parking lot and never came back for your last paycheck. I don't see you ever at the bar. I'm always on the lookout for your busted ass window star. Your name's off your buzzer. There's no welcome mat sitting outside your door. Your neighbor said the landlord raised the rent so you wouldn't pay it anymore. You cleared the whole place out in a single night, and you were up and gone before it was light. You used to get so mad I couldn't take you serious. I'd make one stupid joke and you'd act furious. You even warned me once that you'd get out somehow. I guess you're somewhere laughing now. Wild one, where'd you go? Wild one, where'd you go? Trisha, please come on.
And here we are, Espresso Sesh. It's 3:08 p.m. in San Francisco. Beautiful day in San Francisco. We got Kevin Dickerson. Welcome.
thank you.
Welcome, Kevin. So this is your mic. You should use some headphones. We are on the radio just to listen. What's up? So KevinDickersonmusic.com. We just heard a song out of his first release. He recorded this tiny telephone in San Francisco and Oakland, mostly in San Francisco.
I did this album over maybe less than a year, and I did it in Oakland after it was built, and I did it in San Francisco mostly. Okay. I did a lot of it. I've been in every room and
every room on tiny telephone.
Yeah, okay. JV can't get rid of me at times.
Yeah, I know. I mean, probably he likes that you are around. No,
yeah.
okay. So yeah. from the music we listen to, so it's like completely shifting from the first hour of Espresso Sesh, but you know it's all good because I love music and I love like music, you know, it's full spectrum, no, all variety.
I'm totally with you on that. And I think I think that kind of comes through my music too. The fact that I have influences all over the place. I think you have to do it. Like if you're a musician and you're on like a narrow track and you're just like going to be a Neil Young guy, you're probably not going to get that far. It's like...
Yeah, but no, we are, I think, the post-iPod generation. So we grew up with the shuffle music. So, you know, we have, like, even the mind is configured in a way that now, you know...
It's interesting.
Cannot be one-track minded. No, like,
it's interesting, yeah. It's like, and you know, it's like the more time I spend writing music, the less... It's like I write everything on Spanish guitar or steel string guitar. But that's just because I have that. You know what I mean? And... if I had different instruments, then I would write different songs.
Yeah,
they sound different.
I mean, also because you're good with it, you're comfortable with it, so you know it's easier to, follow a melody, you know, and you know, in your head and like actually play it. No?
Yeah. Well, I hope so. I mean, like I would describe myself as a fairly mediocre guitar player. I can get the job done. You know what I mean? But it's like. You know, it's like how much time do we have to put into something?
Yeah, and also depends the standard that you set, you know, how high the standard you set, no?
Yeah.
So if you put like a super high standard, like I mean, I want to be like Paco de Lucia, you know, always gonna be like a shitty guitarist, no?
Right.
If you want to be like I don't know, like let's say. If you want to play punk, no, you don't need to have like you know how to do the bar chord. And
classic.
Yeah, you know, like it depends how the standards are set. But you know, like we are not like doing like a challenge, like a competition who is the fastest.
No.
So no, it's okay. We are not even when I was in high school, man, I was doing that. So you know.
Did you play guitar?
Yes, I used to play guitar.
You play guitar? You're a guitarist?
Yeah, I used to play guitar. Last show I played in 2008, so it's been a while now. It's been 10 years almost.
10 years.
On guitar, yeah. Yeah, so, you know.
Well, you know, I took a break too. I used to, you know, like a lot of like bedroom guitarists, they used to play like all day long for hours. And then I got like wrist problems and I stopped and I realized that, you know, like I wasn't going to be like Joe Satriani or whatever you listen to when you're 15 and you like guitars. And then everything changes. You just work with what constraints you have. Like, so for me, it's like, well, I know I'm not going to play like Joe Satriani, so I'll just do my thing. And now I sound like myself. It's like kind of a progression. If you stick with something and you say, I'm gonna start something and I'm gonna finish it, then you'll end up sounding like yourself. You know.
Yeah, but also, you know, like I think you develop in your music, in your songwriting, you develop like kind of you remember the band the Soul Coffin.
Soul coughing.
Yeah. I think you have that kind of because you work with words a lot, no? Like
I do.
You work like in I think you have like a kind of like a Frank Zappa influence in the music approach.
That's interesting.
That take it like less seriously, no?
Seriously.
Because you know there is a song like on your previous album. Song title it's like last night I got into an argument with my girlfriend about Aziz Ansari, no, that's the title of a song, no, you know. And you know that's
I mean, who hasn't gotten into an argument over plot spoilers? I mean,
yeah, I mean I just figured out who the guy was because I watched the series, no, but you know, like
Aziz Ansari,
yeah
he's the best.
I didn't know about it, but you know, there was an example to, you know, to bring you like where your music is coming from, no?
Yeah.
So it's coming from like I think in my point of view, no?
Yeah.
Kind of this Frank Zappa approach of music. So like
I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, for me it was like a massive, like Frank Zappa, man. Like instead of studying the school books, I was reading his biography, no?
Yeah.
So, you know, like, I mean, I finished school, it's all good, but, you know, I knew more about Frank Zappa than my school books, you know?
Yeah.
So, you know, I think I'm telling this, like, in a very respectful way, and also, you know, man, like, you know, it's, you know, Frank Zappa, it's, you know.
Yeah, you know, like, I feel like I missed out on some of that. You know, I grew up in Alaska, in a pretty small town, so the records that I had were just the records that I had that I could get.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And I think like a lot of people, I ended up with some popular records, like some U2 records, and like Metallica and like even heavier stuff like Ministry, but a lot of like Beach Boys and stuff like that. Just like what your parents had or what your friends could get at like the mall or whatever. And Frank Zappa was not part of that. You know what I mean? Like the sort of deep cuts that you hear about, like the well-respected musicians, the musicians, you know, like that came, a lot of that came later, like when I was in college and had more access. And I think every time I hear a story like, oh man, I was so into Frank Zappa, I'm like, whoa, like what must it have been like to where you could have listened to that? You know what I mean? Which is cool. I mean, like you grew up in Italy.
I grew up in a small town, Sicily. So you know, we had like a little record store that was actually dubbing tapes for us.
Yeah. So they would just do it.
Yeah, it was kind of a pirate shit. No, I mean, we should say this on the radio. It's no problem. Now it's prescribed. No, it's prescription. No, I mean, I don't know how you say this, but you know, it's no more. The law is no more applicable because it's been 25 years or something.
Sure. Yeah. Like
the piracy law. But you know, that dude actually. Oh, I want this CD. Mostly, I was listening to Iron Maiden back then. No?
Oh yeah.
Yo, the Number of the Beast. Okay, I make you a copy. So he sold us like under the table the cassette.
See, you know, like it's cool being in here at this. Like I've never been to this station before. First off, thanks for inviting me here. Like I got a lot of records from like friends' older brothers and stuff like that who worked at college stations. And then like come back home during Christmas and then just raid the collection. You know what I mean? So it was all like do not distribute. You know.
Man, it's like we are talking like a long time ago where like YouTube wasn't there and really like the access to music wasn't like we have. Like right now. You gotta be blessed because you know, like anytime, any day, like any moment. If you wanna listen to some traditional Bengalese music, you can do it. You can if you wanna listen to fucking like avant-garde, anything you name it, it's there, no, and you can listen right away, no. Back then, like man, I remember dreaming about this music. No, I read a review over there, and then you know that kind of stuff. No.
Yeah, I mean, like you know, Balinese gamelan. You know what I mean? I didn't even know how to pronounce that word until YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, what is that? The access is amazing, and you know, like even talking to my dad. And by the way, like I invited my dad into the studio to like you know be there while I was recording some of this too. It's so funny. He was a musician for a long time, and seeing like what we have now, he's just like, I had to take the needle and put it back every three minutes to learn a song for weeks, for months. And here we can just pull up a song, slow it down, practice however you want.
Yeah.
And it's funny because now it's like I have that opportunity and I never do it. Like if I want to cover a song, I just redo it. I just do whatever I feel like doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like it's interesting how access sort of changes what you end up doing. So it's like you have a song, you can listen to whatever you want. But do you want to listen to whatever you want, or do you want to listen to something that's going to speak to you?
I think people want to listen the thing they usually listen to over and over again, without expanding their horizon. But it's okay. This is another topic and can be like an endless discussion, and also can raise some anger in me. So you know, let's move on. Actually, let's move on. But you know, you have like 2 albums out.
You know, I did. So the first album I did entirely with Bo Sorensen, who's this fantastic engineer.
Give a shout to Bo.
Bo's awesome.
Bo Noise.
Bo Noise. Listen to Bo Noise. You can find him at Bandcamp. BEAU Noise. Bo Noise. Follow him on Twitter, Instagram, all that. But he's an house engineer at Tiny Telephone, so he works with John Vanderslice there and the rest of the engineers. Bo's really awesome. I've worked with him for, I think, for more than 2 years now, recording periodically. And we did the first album together entirely, 2-inch tape, analog workflow, just like a really good approach, all experimental. And then I finished up enough material for an album, and then I realized that I had not scheduled mastering with I mastered with Bob Wested at Chicago Mastering, who did a fantastic job. And I realized that they're really busy. Bob's really busy, and I had like 6 months to wait. So I scheduled some time with Miriam Kudus, who's Bo's wife now. They just got married. And she's also a house engineer at Tiny Telephone now. And we recorded that album while I was just waiting for the next one to get mastered. So there's that. And we have a couple more in the can waiting to be finished. It's sort of like an ongoing process. It's kind of non-linear. So yeah, 2 albums. One's called Parque Mexico. The other one's called that's a short album that I did with Miriam, and then Everyone's Okay, which I did with Bo.
So you stay in the family mostly, no?
So I stay in the family. You know, you don't need to go far when they're so good. They're so talented.
Yeah. But I didn't know that actually. Yes.
Yeah. So like like I mentioned before, like I write most of these songs on guitar, but that's just because I have a guitar. So when I go in the studio and I write most stuff in the studio. Most of it's off the cuff. Most of it's kind of like I'll just write stuff. Some ideas are brewing for a while. Some are not. Some are just spontaneous. And I kind of like that approach because you're just done when you're done. I don't like the idea of sitting on a song for like 5 years and perfecting it. You know, like I read that like Leonard Cohen worked on songs for like 20 years. I don't ever want to be in that position. I think maybe you just work on another song. I
mean, probably gonna hate that song after the second year you've been working on it. No?
Yeah, I mean, like the stuff that I might play today, I don't even remember the last time I played it. Maybe a year ago.
Yeah.
But it's good. Like the process is very unique. So Bo has, so we're doing everything analog, which means no digital toys. So instead we're doing everything just sort of like, one take, maybe a couple of punch-ins here and there. But with really interesting equipment that I have no idea how to use, like synthesizers, drum machines, so on and so forth. So, and tape loops, like analog tape loops, just for fun, because why not? Like we finish mixing by 2 o'clock some days, and I'm like, well, I didn't have anything else for today. I want to just work on something random, and then we put it together, and then it ends up being a 2-song day. Other weeks, less productive, but it's sort of like the equipment that you have and the availability and like the person that you're working with really changes the vibe. Like Parque Mexico, the album is really different. We used a lot of crazy synthesizers, and Miriam has her own style, and I wanted to bring that in, and it comes through. So it's more experimental.
Actually, let's listen to the first one.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah. What do I do that makes you love me?
Yeah, it's a little romantic.
With a question mark. All right, Kevin Dickerson in the house from Parque Mexico, the first track, and you're listening to BFF.FM, Best Frequencies Forever. Yes.
Here we go.
I woke up and made my girlfriend a latte, but the soy milk was curdled in her gross trap. And I paid about $600 to process some photos for the album I'm putting out. Hopefully one photo will work for Everyone's Okay, and another will be good for whatever I'm gonna call this EP. I gotta ride down to Bayview to practice some vocal scales, cause you deserve the best well-practiced vocal line. And after, Heather and I went to get lunch at Old Jay, and we shared a vegetarian plate, and her boyfriend joined late. And we talked about how cruel men working for Pinochet smashed Victor Jara's hands, and they tossed him out like a bag of trash and filled his body full of lead. And the guys who did it were just found last year in Florida and arrested. And just last week I was on a rooftop in Mexico City, looking at an Aztec temple in the middle of downtown, with my girlfriend drinking bottles of water, tossing a michelada down. My master reels came back from Chicago for Everyone's Okay, and they arrived at my front door sometime while we were on vacation. Who knows for how many days my reels were sitting in front of my apartment door, just sitting there in a box on the floor. Of course I got everything else finished up and neglected the album art, because that's just how my brain works. Last night I saw Ben Gibbard at Davies Hall play songs that were bouncing around my head for 20 years, and me and my girlfriend shared a laugh when the more excited millennials in the audience whooped during what Sarah said. Whooping and hollering during a song about someone knocking on death's door, it made me think of all the ICU and hospital visits I'd been on. Not long ago, this song would have brought my eyes straight down to the floor. But me and my girl just shared a laugh with the young adults playing dress up at Davies Hall. and life goes on and on and on and on. At home, I was planning my next move, and I realized it was the anniversary of the Orlando shooting. And not too many days later, the helicopters blared all morning. My girlfriend was on the couch, and she said there's a shooter at the UPS building. And General Hospital was locked down, and 3 people were shot dead. And some crazy motherfucker shot 4 more at a baseball game in Alexandria. And I turned to you and I asked you, what do I do that makes you love me? Life goes on and on and on and on. Life goes on and on and on and on. And 9 months to the day after their Tahoe wedding, my friends welcomed a baby boy to the world. And I pulled a muscle in my back while out the gym wailing on my lats. Life goes on and on and on and on.
So this was What Do I Do to Make You Love Me from Parque, Mexico, Kevin Dickerson.
Yep.
Yeah, so as you can hear, like its flow is mostly like, conversational, like
This conversation.
everyday life. Your like metric is not like linear, but like it's more like, that's why I was telling you, like kind of like a soul coffin, acoustic soul coffin kind of vibe, no?
Yeah. That's a good point. It's it's write what you know. Write what you know.
Yeah.
So it's like, to me, if you dive as a songwriter too deep into metaphor, then it loses meaning. To me, I would rather tell a story and have people share an experience by sort of understanding my perspective, because that's all I know. And I know, like, we all have different experiences in life, and sometimes that brings out different thoughts and ideas. And I just want to make pretty music that means something to somebody, and it doesn't have to mean something all the time. Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's not very serious at all, and other times it's maybe more meaningful to somebody. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, and also you give like details of your life, pretty much, no?
I would say,
yeah, I'm here doing this. Like I brought I don't know which picture to put in the cover of my album.
Yeah.
So stuff like that,
True story.
Cool. Yeah, Kevin Dickerson, BFF.fm.
All right.
You're gonna perform some music live, no?
Yeah, I have some music. This song, I haven't performed this song since I recorded it, which was maybe in 2016. So this is a song that I wrote after going to one of my friend's weddings. I don't know about you, but I'm in my mid-late 30s, which means that the wedding phase is kind of winding down. And we're all going through different phases in our lives, and sometimes that might make you think after it starts winding down. So here's a song. It's called "Everyone's Okay." It's the title track off of this record, and I'll give it a shot. No mistakes whatsoever, I promise.
All right. Kevin Dickerson live, BFF.fm.
Called my dentist and made an appointment for a chip tube. After a wedding in Tahoe, I think it was maybe from the fair with the roasted mushrooms. There's something magical about the mountain air up there. I didn't know the bride's friends very well, but I left an impression on all the parents. Anytime you get a bunch of 30-something single white women in the same room, who've known each other their whole lives. It's gonna be hard to punch through the thick barrier of brunches and Bloody Marys and sparkling white wine. And hey, that's their thing, and I think that's just fine. We talked about buying a house over there, but I got enough going on. Like I'm at Tiny Telephone right now, and I gotta finish up a couple more songs. Everybody's talking. Talk, talk, talk. Everybody's sipping. Sip, sip, sip. I stayed close to my girlfriend, who maybe felt a little differently. Shaking my head, don't single her out because of her ethnicity. Like all the middle-aged aunts and uncles bringing up their big trip to Pakistan. Or the Berkeley folks like, I love biryani, what's that place called with all the different names? But I had a great time, and I appreciate all the work they put into it. Those two have a great thing going on, and we relax back by the fire. At the River Grill, listening to all the classics while the girls were sipping and flocking. Like Harvest Moon and Harry Nilsson's, everybody's talking. We talked about Neil Young and the music from the past all night long. All night long. And I turned 35 in a few days, and I gotta take care of this chip in my tooth on Monday. A chip in my tooth. A chip in my tooth. A chip in my tooth. In my tooth. Just as I finished up an overdue haircut at Joe's barbershop, in a rare event my phone rang. It was my dad calling me up. My phone's display reminded me I still haven't taken my mom's name off the caller ID. My dad wanted to let me know he was shipping her Gibson Ripper bass from the mid-70s to me. Due to a hack job repair involving a metal washer, that bass has electrocuted me several times over the years. Voivod played Slims last spring, and Jason Newsted showed up playing an identical bass during a surprise encore appearance. My dad had to run to get a few hundred gallons of fuel to last through the winter. And I'm planning on another stop to Gary Brower, because I'm sure some other repairs will be in order. We talked about my dad's friend Gene, who lives down in Maine. They've been friends since high school, and I don't even know how long it's been. And my dad told me there's no more news today, and everyone's doing okay. And although I was afraid to bring it up, I hope that since my dad didn't say anything, that Gene's recovering pretty good from his stroke. Everyone's okay. Everyone's okay. Everyone's doing okay. Everyone's doing okay.
Here we go.
Kevin Dickerson, BFF.FM live. Everyone is okay. Title track of the first album.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah, conversational style, like description. So yeah, wow. Jason Newsted show up with the same bass.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Let's talk about your inspiration. No?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like for songwriting inspiration. So that was a wedding.
That was a wedding, and let me put my guitar down.
Yeah, is okay?
It's
yeah.
okay.
All right.
This guitar's been through a lot. Yeah, the inspiration here for this song is, I went to a wedding, but it's not really about a wedding. It's about, like a bunch of themes that tie together. So like, I had a phone call with my dad, and he was like, everything is fine. Everything is fine. Everything's okay. Sort of like that. Sort of like. Classic
comforting that everything is alright.
Everything's fine.
Yeah.
And he's like, my friend Gene had a stroke. It's no big deal. Everything's fine. He's good. He just had a stroke. It's not, it's sort of like this. Wait, hold on. Rewind a second. Gene had a stroke. That's a little big deal,
Yeah. But at the end, everybody's okay. No, it's part of life. No.
It's like what is the definition of is everybody okay? I wondered that. So I was like, well. I just thought it was funny. I had this conversation with Bo. He's from Wisconsin, and our parents are sort of similar in that way. They're like, "Oh, everything's fine. Everything's fine." There's like a Curb Your Enthusiasm episode where, I don't know. Spoiler alert. Okay, spoiler alert. This is a very old episode, but like Larry David's dad doesn't. He keeps saying, "Oh, I left you a voicemail. Everything's okay. It's fine." And at the end of the episode, the spoiler is that his mom died, and he was just like, "Oh, I didn't want to bother you. I didn't want to inconvenience you. Oh, mom's dead though." And I just thought like there's this sort of funny disconnect. And I love my dad so much, and I think anybody who has family from like the Midwest or from certain parts of the country they're gonna they know what that is. They know what that conversation is like, and I thought that was funny. And like the fact that he has this friend who he's known for 60 years. Or whatever is amazing, and talking about going to a wedding where I felt like sort of like the odd couple out because we were sort of brought the diversity of the party. Like I'm white, but my girlfriend's not white, and I thought that was funny too. Like there was a little cultural barrier there, and I thought it's fine. They're gonna have friendships that last their entire lives too. You know what I mean? And that's okay. I think it's good to value other people's perspectives, in addition to your own, if you have your own perspective, So it's that in short. That was an afternoon. I just wrote this while we recorded it. We had a good guitar line and then just laid it down.
Okay, so that. Yeah. I mean, I agree with you because also like what you said before, no. But in the songwriting contest, right? Yeah. So you like. Throw that, like probably you wrote it down.
I wrote it down.
Right there.
Right there.
Right there.
Yep.
You got sometimes that you have a lyric before the music?
Sometimes I think on one of I have a song about one of my friends who she killed herself a long time ago in Alaska, and I found out after the fact, after I had moved away, and I thought that was so surprising. And I had a lyric about that was from the mid-2000s, just like one verse, like a piece of a verse, And then I left it because it was like a little too dark. And then, like you grow up, you get a little older, and you can approach these topics that are maybe like a little more disarming or a little bit, you're not ready to touch them yet when you're younger. And then I came back to it with a completely different perspective, and it wasn't a song, like a sad song about somebody dying. It was a song about just our experiences together. And I think... suicide is a part of life for some of us, and we're sort of touched by it, and that's not a good thing, but,
Yeah, life and that happens every day. Like today we woke up with the news that the mayor died at Safeway. It's sometimes, you wake up with the news that some of your friends or family passed away.
The ghost ship.
Or like talking about the everyone is okay. I mean, I was like a personal experience, like I was like somewhere like with no service, no phone service. I was in Joshua Tree, And then like I figured out everyone is okay. No, my mom saying everyone is okay. Then like some of my family died. No, so like it's things happen. No, like
Things
life
happen.
and that and.
Yeah, and I feel like you get updates instantly. You get updates on your phone as soon as you have a network, anyway. And it seems to make it so much more immediate. And I feel like 2016, 2017 were the years where like a lot of people's heroes started dying. David Bowie and recently Tom Petty and
like it's even before that other
before that people were dying too.
Yeah, and people are born. It's
yep.
Yeah, it's
yeah. So I don't think to me it's not necessarily a subject that you don't need to like sit down and listen to my record and cry about it. There's a positive message too, and I don't want to make music that's sad or depressing entirely. I think acknowledging that things change and how like the world keeps turning. Things happen. Just try to do the right thing. Try to be good. Try to be productive. Try to be happy. Try to be healthy. And that's.
Or just live the moment, no?
Yeah.
And consider like life as a blessing, just to be here now.
Exactly.
No? Yeah.
Yeah.
And with respect for the people that are not here, and with the memory, no, people that are with us. No
Exactly.
More, no, so
Yep. Exactly. I mean, like when I was writing, I've written like a few songs where I mentioned, my family is in the songs because I have a family. I talk to them all the time. Yeah. And
your girlfriend is in your songs.
Girlfriend's in the songs all the time. You're in one of the songs. I don't even know if you know that.
Yeah?
Yeah. You're on one of those songs. Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Oh, shit.
Because we had, for the viewers, we had Lunch with Old Jerusalem also in the songs.
Oh, yeah.
And, it's really easy to write about real life when it's, right there.
It's a great spot, Old Jerusalem, by the way.
It's Old Jerusalem. Support Old Jerusalem. It's delicious.
Cool,
yeah. So, like these elements of your life, elements of your family, very important to me to be real about it. And I think this whole project is done with like a real spirit of gratitude.
You look to me like kind of like a human sampler. Because you take like life, what happened to you, like even like, going to a wedding, going to a restaurant, have lunch with friends,
yeah.
And put like sampling those and put it in your music,
Yeah.
So that's why like a human sampler,
I'll take it. I'll take that.
Yeah, it's it's an approach of songwriting. It's an approach of like making music,
Yeah.
And also like coming back to the Frank Zappa approach to music,
Yeah.
You can be personal, but you can tell your own things, but without probably like dig too much metaphorically, like saying right away. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's like an interesting comparison. Frank Zappa is like this huge experimenter. That's like to what I think about him. Like when I think Frank Zappa, I think like this compulsive experimenter. Like he was just so productive. I think. I try to finish things, and I try to not cheat myself by writing shorter songs, or like if the idea is incomplete. Some of the ideas are purposefully fragmented, because sometimes you just like when this is totally a functional aspect of it, but sometimes when you're recording the 2-inch tape, you only have like 3 minutes left. So, all right, let's do something to the constraint.
And also, you have to make sure that the hours are like full of like things to do. You don't want to like go record on tape and what should I do? Like you want to make sure that like your time is spent well over there.
Spent well, exactly. It's a limited resource. It's like you just got to optimize. The experimental approach is totally important to me, because I think if I had to come in with songs that I had written 6 months prior, I don't think I would enjoy it as much. I think by then the songs would be stale, and for me it's like I never play something the same way twice anyway. So doing a constraint of writing in that traditional like pop song format, I guess I wouldn't find that as enjoying. Maybe I'll get there. Maybe I'll release a pop album. I don't know. But
do you usually sing like covers?
I do. I have a cover. I do a cover of My Girl. Trisha, Please Come Home. Actually, the song that we opened with. I want to mention that. talking about inspirations, that song I wanted to highlight because it's by this dude, Owen Ashworth, advanced bass, formerly Casio tone for the Painfully Alone. Owen Ashworth is one of the best songwriters out there. He's a really awesome guy, and I like his songs because they're all they're all fiction. They all have characters in them, and I really like that about his songwriting. And they're poppy and they're really cool. Really cool lo-fi instrumentation. I don't want to say lo-fi. It's I'll say he uses non-traditional instruments. I'll put it that way. But interpreting other people's work and doing covers in my way is also important, I think. And the piano on that track, by the way, is done by Sherilyn McNeil of Dear Reader. She's amazing. She just did that track after a lunch break at Tiny Telephone. That's one of the benefits of having an A room and the B room next door, is that you get to sort of cross-pollinate with other musicians in San Francisco. And she's in Berlin, so that was really cool and that was fun. But covers are cool. For me, there are so many songs that I really like that I have no idea how to play on guitar. It's like where I'm like, I could memorize like the guitar parts to like a Foreigner song but for like a year, and I would never do it justice. Or I could just do it my way and play it with this short scale classical guitar that I got, and then it would sound like me. So that's kind of what I try to go for a little bit more than just doing pop covers or whatever. But maybe I'll get there. I don't know. Never say never.
Yeah, never say never. Let's play a song. While you get ready.
Sure.
Yeah. Which one?
Let's see here. Let's do.
I got the Bandcamp. You can find his music at kevindickerson.bandcamp.com.
Yeah. Let's throw in that My Girl cover.
Yeah, talking about
covers. My Girl.
Yeah. Kevin Dickerson, BFF.FM, Espresso Sesh.
I got sunshine on a cloudy day. And when it's cold outside, I've got the month of May. Say what can make me feel this way, my girl. Talking about my girl. Got so much honey, the bees and me. I've got the sweeter song than the birds in the tree. I don't fortune or fame. I've got all the riches one man can claim. I guess you say what can make me feel this way, my girl. Talking about my girl.
There was a nice cover, like very intimate, nice sounding, like so recorded on tape.
Yep.
You can hear this warm from the tape.
Yeah, we actually used a Nagra, an old Nagra tape recorder.
All right. You gonna perform something live?
Yeah, let me try this one. Here's another song that I can dust off. This one is about one of my friends who didn't make it. And we talked about Modest Mouse, so this one's named after a Modest Mouse lyric. Maybe we'll get lucky, we'll both live again. The last time I saw you, we were only 22, maybe 23, standing in the same aisle in the new Sagai downtown on 13. I told you you look like shit. You told me you were sick. We both wore big puffy coats and looked like marshmallows. And you asked me if I had a brother. I don't remember the color of your eyes. You were always so fucking funny. You did the best impersonation. Everyone was cracking up. You could give Larry David a run for his money. You would come over to our house. We'd listen to Modest Mouse. You'd have a few beers and have fun. We'd hang out. We'd have the best time. Standing around the porch outside in the dark. And I was seeing someone else. And at some point you'd run off. And I wonder where you went off. I don't know what happened or where you went off to. Sometimes I wonder about how it is, about everything that's fucked up all the time. Sometimes I just feel like my heart's being ripped out. And other times I just stop and stare at a perfect flower on the city streets. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll both live again. I don't really believe in that kind of thing. But it's nice to dream. There we go.
Whoo! Kevin Dickerson live, BFF.fm. Maybe we both get lucky. No, maybe we get lucky and we both live again.
There we go.
Thank you so much, Kevin.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
So the best way to listen to your music is on the internet.
The best way, yeah, do it on the internet. Bandcamp has the high fidelity stuff. Bandcamp is awesome.
Yeah,
you can stream it everywhere.
And Bandcamp is the platform that pays musician more. It
That's
gets
correct.
less fees.
Yep, fewer fees. They pay the artist well. If you're doing the dishes and you want something to stream, you can listen to it on I think it's on Spotify, Pandora, Amazon Music, all that other stuff. You can find it pretty easy. Bandcamp's the high five spot.
All right, thank you, Kevin. What you got next? What are you doing these days? Are you recording new music? What are you working on?
Oh yeah, yep. I got 4 more reels of Tiny Telephone.
Okay.
4 reels. It's kind of ridiculous.
Okay,
it's kind of ridiculous.
So
yeah,
new music is coming out. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I'm just getting started, man.
All right, man. So welcome. Glad. Keep me posted. I want to hear more from you.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, a pleasure. Thank you. Everything worked out with the double guest today.
Yeah.
Give a shout to DJ Vanka as well for the first hour. Kevin Dickerson. Let's close the show with Tinderbox song.
Yeah, let's do it in honor of the ghost ship.
All right. That's been like
it's been about a year since that tragedy. Yeah, in the Bay Area.
Yeah. All right. The internet is not gonna helping us.
Yeah, so I had dates booked the day after the ghost ship fire. It was coincidental, but I just wrote the song and recorded it that day. The day right there.
And we got Kevin Dickerson from Everyone Is Okay. Tinderbox is coming. Yes. Thank you for listening. See you next week with episode 98. DJ Basic is gonna be in the house, so keep listening. BFF.fm, Astral Projection Radio Hour is coming next. Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you.
Let's close the show with Tinderbox. Kevin Dickerson.